Welcome, 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 one and all, to my channel. I'm sure you know me, I'm sure you don't. Well, let's just say this,
Whoa, the disc really is on fire. Is it safe to go near it?
That looks so fucking cool. Alright, right. Anyway, so today we're going to be discussing storytime topics. And by that, I mean...
Take a shot from here.
Good call. Now it's picture time. Let me get this shot. Oh, love the lighting.
Nice. Alright. Let's go find a mission. My father. Anyway, so let's start with a simple topic. I could do the one that I tried to do like a couple minutes ago. The reason I stopped the previous stream on Sonic was because the child had to go do a haircut. Quite simple, but also quite a big deal because he's still a child. He can't really say no to his parents, you know? Anyway, let's discuss the topic we were before.
Whoa! Nif make this time? Is there nothing you lot won't pick up? Whoa! All right, y'all just sit tight while I do my tinkering. It turned out great, if and I do say so myself. All right, I'll give you a call when it's ready. How y'all do? Fixing to upgrade? Can do. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power.
Alrighty. Story time. Time to start. Let's see here. This one will take 6 minutes to get to. Let's do it.
What's the forecast?
Clear skies with the temperature rising.
Nice.
Well, we got 6 minutes to do our story time. Now, welcome. Time to begin the story. So, I feel like we should continue where we left off before. And yes, I'm sorry I keep getting distracted by the game, but hey, better late than never, right? Anyway, so, let's go with a very fun story. Well, I think it's fun. Most people would think it's funny. So, Well, I was going to say once upon a time. One day, I think it was during... Actually, I think it was way before COVID. Originally, I thought it was during COVID, but it was probably before then, as I was way younger. Me and my family took a little car drive down to a place called Tombstone, located in Arizona. Tombstone is the home of Johnny Ringo, Wyatt Earp, and Doc Holliday. This place is where Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday took their last stand, and Johnny Ringo made a name for himself. It's also a very good mining town.
But is Ebony really all that good?
I might have answered before, but yes, it is.
Can y'all guys shut up? This is, where it becomes interesting, in a way. You guys may have not heard it, but you probably have heard of it. I honestly don't know yet. But in Tombstone, there's this birdcage theater. It's known for its spookiness and even known because of the Ghost Adventures crew. Zach, Aaron, some of the others. Birdcage Theater is a museum of all kinds of awesome things from back in the day. Things like bullet holes and a place where the girls would take the guys and stuff like that. Pretty interesting and fun place. But at night, they had a ghost tour. People who believed in the supernatural and spookiness. They said if anyone can come up with a photo, they'd post it online with their other ghost tours. Some people saw faces, other people saw flashing lights and dust and other things that just looked so spooky. At the very end, they brought out an EMF reader. One that would go up or down depending on the electromagnetic energy in the air. At one point, though, the EMF reader went up to like 3, and there was a cold presence next to me and my mother, who was part of it at the time. This scared us because at the time we honestly thought it was a ghost. And then we asked if there's any air conditioning, and they said no. The air conditioners are only used during the day. At night, they're all permanently turned off, and they even had proof of it too. So this cold air had everyone thinking it was a ghost. Somebody sitting there and listening to us trying to communicate with us. Sadly, there was no thing to ask it questions. There was no way of figuring out if it really wasn't the air conditioning. A way to see if it was really a ghost. So, eventually, after I think an hour staying there, some people got bored and left. As no action has happened at all. I got bored and told my mom, hey, let's go, until something tapped me on the side. One of the members that was sitting next to us originally was a guy who got up and left because he says his wife would get pissed if he stayed there too long. So, there was no one next to me. So, I told my mother that something tapped me in my side. And originally I thought it was my mother, but my mother was already had both hands on the table, so we automatically assumed ghost, even though that probably wasn't even the actual answer. It was such an interesting experience, and I still have the Tombstone Ghost Tour shirt. And sometimes I wonder, what else would have happened if I stayed there? Probably nothing very interesting, but it's still fun. But then again, it was still pretty boring. Now, for other experiences, I think we'll start... No, we'll continue with the Tombstone. As Tombstone was such an amazing place, we got to see many places with Johnny Rango, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, places where they played poker, places where they shot out, places where they would act out the stories that most people would only dream of listening to. But,
What was that?
My apologies.
let's go with the story of where I got shot by Johnny Rango. This story is quite interesting to me for one reason and one reason only.
My hair's
When-
getting wet. Put the top up.
I don't actually know how old I was at the time. But I was still pretty young, so my parents wanted to go and watch one of these shootout reenactments. Johnny Rango making a name for himself, the actor, I should say.
Ignis, pull over a sec.
I believe it was an actor, but then again, my parents keep telling me that it was the real Johnny Rango, and I'm honestly not sure if that's true or not. I had no clue who he was. All I know is his name was named after one of the best lizards I've ever seen in a movie. So,
Let's go.
during the times that we watched this, I had this toy gun on my hip and a holster along with it. And while we're watching this reenactment, I believed, hey, that seems like it would be fun to be a part of this.
Never stop snapping away, do you?
Nope. These shots of you will sell for a pretty gill.
Who's gonna buy him?
Well, there's bound to be some suckers out there. If not, well, I'll still have the memories.
I don't remember what happened exactly. I'm still trying to remember most of it. But, in this reenactment,
Another headache. This is not.
there was this guy who pretty much screamed out Johnny Rango was a better shot than this guy was, and stuff like just loud and annoying stuff. And for some reason, my dumbass thought it would be a good idea to agree with the guy. So, I didn't announce it,
The damn sun.
Yeah.
but I did imagine myself yelling out, I could beat Johnny Rango. And I told it to my parents.
Knocked. Overhead.
My parents, hearing this,
Thanks for the ride.
decided that later on, they'd get me in trouble. With none other than Johnny Rango.
What can I say?
Here goes nothing.
So, out in the street, in the middle of like 30 people, my parents thought, hey,
Oh yeah.
it would be a good idea if I just screamed out, "Hey, Rango!" And at the time, I was angry. But without any hesitation, I got into my position and I waited. Rango took his position and I took mine. And in a stupid but funny way, we both got in position to fight. And the best part of this story is this. When we both got in position to fight, Rango wasn't expecting that I would fall so easily. As he got his weapons out,
Have you seen to your shot yet?
No.
Hey, where'd you learn that one, Noct?
Oh, hi there, opening.
anyway, let's continue with the story, eh? Never mind. There we go.
This sounds like you're out.
Ugh. I hate bugs. Give me a quick second here, guys. Don't worry, it'll take no time at all.
Delivery now.
Banish. Oh, frick.
Want some?
Oh, that was easy.
All right, time to make a delivery.
Don't want to spoil the spoils.
Alright, so I think I should probably add some more context. Out in the street with my little toy, my mom screamed out to the actor who just got done doing the Johnny Rango story. And because I was so excited, I got in position, and so did Johnny. We both stood there waiting. In the moment that some random person out in there said, "All right, draw." I did.
Man, it's hot.
And Johnny Rango and I drew, but my gun got stuck in the holster. Because it got stuck in the holster, though, Rango shot me dead on the spot. By that, I mean, the moment that Rango pulled out his gun, I fell to the floor in embarrassment. But because it was so perfectly timed with him drawing his gun, it looked like Johnny Rango shot a child dead in the street. That shit was so fun that almost everybody there couldn't help but feel like it was the funniest shit they've ever seen. That child and Johnny Rango battling it out in the streets. Good times. But because of that, everyone thought it was funny. Couldn't stop laughing.
Is this the cargo you're expecting?
Couldn't have come sooner. But I can keep things running.
I think it's time for the good things, huh?
Excuse me, but you're a hunter. You see, Gramps to see.
A supply chain.
To that end, we'd negotiated a deal. Maybe he got cold feet, maybe he's a cold corpse. If you meet...
Burning up in here.
Hey there! Have yourself a good browse. Pleasure doing business. Pleasure doing business. See you later.
I think we should stick to a different story this time. Let's go.
Think I'll get some.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Guess what? We got another van that...
We stock only quality products here. Come back again.
Another scorcher. Bought a pack of bags for leave and cool down there.
Certainly not your average little boy.
A little bit too much brass for that.
That's how I imagine you used to be, Iggy.
I wasn't, I assure you.
Fresh produce straight from Furlock Farms. Stay and have a look. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Please come again.
Think food, think Fallstar. Thanks. Bye now.
That's it!
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
I could taste test for you. Huh?
I won't lie, I'm trying to come up with a good story.
I'm getting hungry. Want to grab a bite on the street?
I don't know. Pretty rowdy at this hour. What with all the women coming...
What a coincidence. I'm not so sure it is.
Aren't nursery rhymes curious things? Like this one. From the deep, the Archean calls. Yet on deaf ears the god's tongue falls. The king made to kneel, in pain he crawls.
So, how do we keep him on his feet?
You need only heed the call. Visit the Archean and hear his plea. I can take you.
We in?
I don't know.
We take a ride?
But watch our backs.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
I'm not one to stand on ceremony, but such an occasion calls for an introduction. Please call me Arden. Come with me to the car park. That's where I left my automobile. She's a dear old thing. Pales next to your regalia, but she's never let me down. So, we take two vehicles, a convoy of sorts, shall we?